How do I make myself more entertaining? Money! Yeah, I need that still. I just got that out of my piggy bank, so I'm not a millionaire yet. Actually, it's like Romanian money, so you know this is worth like 1 krona. The Switzerland money though. Switzerland money has like a Harry Potter type of wand on it. It's crazy. Like, who decided that was gonna be allowed? I don't know, but it's pretty weird. This video is going to be about money. It's going to be about raising money for your early stage startup. It's going to be about finding that first check to help you bring your idea to reality. And I think it's something super important that nobody really teaches us. And I also have a few words of advice for early stage investors. So I think one of the first things I'd like to start with is redefining the way we think about early stage investing. There's a couple of things right now that I always hear that really just I think isn't appropriate for this stage of fundraising. Specifically if it's the first check into a company and it's a first-time founder and the company isn't showing signs of traction yet or isn't showing signs of growth yet because it's still in its very much idea phase, right? In this phase, you are definitely investing in the people and its growth trajectory, but you are still investing. And so what I like to say is throw out all of the discussions around valuation and equity and how many shares you're supposed to get and traction, and look very black and white on one specific thing, and that is your return on investment. This is a good discussion to have for both founders and investors alike because it allows you to align with the people who are believing in your project first. A lot of times these people come from your network, they're your friends, they're your family, or they're your fools. In this stage, you really want to make sure that you are doing right by the people who are supporting you at that early stage of your journey. One way to do that is to throw out all the complexities of startup investing and look really at normal investing, which focuses on this return on investment strategy. If they're going to give you 100,000 krona, what do they expect that to grow to? What is realistic? Where could they put that money elsewhere? Does it make the most sense to give it to you? Or should they be putting it in the stock market or in crypto or any other high risk, high reward type of bet? And as an investor, you really should be looking at this type of investment as something where you would like to see this company or this person succeed and grow. So if you can align on realistic expectations from a very early stage, then I think you will have a much smarter investment strategy and a better relationship with the founders as well as the journey unfolds. Understanding that equity is not the only way for you to get return on investment is a really smart way to look at and think about cutting those first checks. If you change the discussion from valuation and equity percentages to return on investment expectations, I think you can have a more honest discussion with your investors and really lay out a proper roadmap to help you both achieve your goals. Investor as the return on investment and founder as reaching the next milestones that are important to you and your success. Now, the second thing I would like to talk to people about is equity. In the very beginning, I often see founders go with really large amounts that they're trying to raise, pre-revenue, pre-traction, and a lot of times they just keep getting shut down with the comments that you're too early, it's not quite the right stage for us yet, etc., etc. If you've been hearing this, then one of the pro tips that I can give you, and one that I myself used to cut through this level of the fundraising game, was to break your checks up into much, much smaller pieces and give them very tangible, real goals. So that when you're pitching angel investors, they understand exactly what their money is going to go to and how it's going to influence you reaching your next targets. For instance, let's say you're a hardware company. You can say, I need 200,000 krona to create the first prototype. This is something that will really help me reach my next metric and make our story better and more authentic, or allow us to kind of close those letter of intents that we have. And it will really help me close the next investment goals and milestones. By making the investor become and feel like they are a valuable part of your story and not just your entire mission all at once, you can really start to have a more human discussion with your investor where they feel like they're going to be a part of your success and journey, not just for return on investment, but for for your success and because they believe in you in the beginning, right? My third and final tip would be prepared for the yes. So many times I see founders that go out and they have beautiful pitch materials and all the assets they need to kind of close investment. But when it comes to actually handling and receiving the money, they haven't actually set up that foundation yet. This means maybe they haven't opened up a bank account in the company's name, or even the corporate structure as a APS, which allows them to take the investment in properly. These are important steps to your founder journey, and if you don't have the funds to do it yet, at least have the process ready to go. Opening up an APS is a very easy thing to do through Legal Desk. It takes just a few thousand krona to kind of get it all set up. And then if you're missing, say, the 40,000 krona capital in the beginning to open up an APS, you can at least have everything ready to go up until that point. Same with a bank account. You can have everything ready to go, get all your documents in order, have all these kind of steps ready to be checked off almost immediately. This way that when you finally get an investor that wants to give you your first big break, you'll actually be ready to receive the money in the proper way and begin working on your project in earnest. These are my 3 quick tips for fundraising in an early stage. I hope they help you when it comes to communicating with your first investors and closing those first checks. They've helped me a lot along my way and my journey, and I'm excited to say that right now Worthmore has just got its latest term sheet, so we are expecting our next investment round here in the next few weeks, which will allow us to turn on our SIM cards and hopefully sign up our first 5,000 customers to our impact-focused telecom network. So I'm super excited to get that ball rolling and share that part of the journey with you as well. In the meantime, thank you guys for listening. Hope that this has been helpful, and yeah, look forward to seeing you on the next one. Oh man, still picking up money from the ground. I thought I was cool. I'm just me. I wanna be cool like Mr. Beast. You think I could give away these like small bits of money and people would care? No, they wouldn't. They would not.